Hello, and welcome to Dad Doesn't Have Time for This, the show review things quickly and compare them to everything else in existence. I just watched Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and it is the 95th best movie of all time. And that is where this review should stop, because this is one of those movies where the less you know going into it, the better it is. So, for those of you who like to go in blind, know this movie is excellent and you should go see it now. And now, for the rest of you who actually wanted to know about the movie itself, you've been warned. Major spoilers ahead. But for those of you left, you've made the right decision. So, I was going to go see this in theaters, but then I got really sick, and then it wasn't in theaters. So I watched it on digital, and I have to say, it was worth the price of admission. I'm probably going to go pick up the Blu-ray of this thing when it becomes available on Blu-ray, because it is a wonderful film. Thank you, Paul Chatto, for the recommendation. And I look forward to seeing it again and being able to give these guys more money for what they've done, because what they've done with this movie is incredible. This is the best mockumentary found footage type movie I think I've ever seen. It is a wonderfully joyous movie about two guys trying to play a show at the Rivoli in Toronto, and their quest to be a band that plays a show at a theater, and how they've been trying for decades to play this show and they just can't do it. But that requires some background information. So this show started out as a web series in 2008-ish, and it was very low budget, very seat of your pants kind of stuff, but it was fun. And then I think it was around 2015-ish, they got a serious big boy TV show. They got 2 seasons out of it, and it just got funnier and funnier and funnier as the show went on. And then now we have the movie rendition of it from a bunch of guys whose names I can't remember, because I'm terrible with names. But it's the same guy who did Blackberry and some other movies, so you know where they're coming from. And so these guys are trying to get this show at this theater, and they try and try and try so many stupid things. And much like how Community started out as just a bunch of guys going to community college, and then turned into this weird surrealist series, this series does the same thing, where it starts out grounded and it gets more and more surreal and abstract as time goes on. And it is hilarious. So these guys are trying to get a show at a theater, and their new plan is they're going to pretend to be from the future, traveling back in time to save the world by playing a show at this theater. That's their plan. And then they accidentally create a time machine and travel back to 2008, at which point the editing involved to take shots from their original web shorts and splice them in with modern footage. It's so well done. The movie feels like they planned to film all this and do what they did 15 years ago, and just now are releasing it. It feels like the longest long con ever in cinema. I know that's not how they did it. It's a lot of really clever editing and smart camera angles and possibly body doubles. But despite all this, it is extremely impressive how they managed to wheel this all together. It's shot in such a way you don't know which shots are staged and which shots are just them interacting with actual people who don't know they're in a movie. It's so well thought. Thought out's not the right word. It's so well executed that you can actually suspend your disbelief and go, maybe these guys did travel back in time. It's just seamlessly put together. The timing is spot on. If you like absurdist, awkward humor, this is perfect. It's not punny like a Naked Gun or a Airplane. It's more absurdist, like David Robinson or the more grounded Monty Python skits. Kind of like yeah, something like the Dead Parrot skit type stuff. And it is, and just the way these guys interact, they disrupt the timeline and have to like try to get back to reality and realize that what they want is their friendship. It's like the power of friendship. It's so well put together, and like it starts and ends with Chrono Trigger references, and then it's the whole film's set up like a Back to the Future style parody-ish film. And the fact that they don't realize they've traveled back in time until they're sitting in a movie and the audience is laughing at the word retarded, and then they're like, oh no, no one would ever think that's funny. I really am in 2008. That, like, the fact that the word retard is being socially acceptable is how they determine that they've actually traveled back in time. It's just brilliant and hilarious and absurd in all the right ways. Like, the reason that, like, one of them doesn't want to go back and correct the timeline, and then terrible things happen, causing them to need to correct the timeline. And it's just so well executed, and it just kind of ends, but in a way that's satisfying. Like, we're back at the beginning, but we correct the errors of our ways. It's perfect. Allegedly, there's going to be a third season of the show. If so, I look forward to it. The only thing I have to say is this one's not for the kiddies, but it's not too terrible. It's actually, come through it, it's mostly just profanity. There's not really any like heavy sex jokes or nudity or anything like that. It's just a lot of profanity. And I was listening to an interview with the directors, and one of the things they emphasize is that this movie's kind of like your crazy uncle is like at a wedding, and he's gonna go talk to your really stable, chill friend who doesn't know your crazy uncle, and you're just watching them get closer and closer, knowing the chaos that's about to ensue, and doing nothing because you want to see the absurdity that's about to come forth. Yeah, so this movie is wonderful. I highly encourage everyone to go see it. And yeah, it's available on all digital platforms. Sadly, it's not in theaters anymore. That's on me. Why did I have to go get sick for 2 weeks straight? Oh well, that's life. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.